guys, good morning. Thank you. We're gonna do a quick teaser video first, because it's awesome. And then I'm actually gonna show you what we just launched globally, which is called MiQ Sigma. It's an AI-powered tech platform that we are insanely proud of. So let's get to it.
MiQ Sigma is the world's leading AI advertising technology platform. It helps bring in trillions of data points to enable really smart planning, campaign optimization, and insights and reporting. And it does that across a very complex and fragmented media landscape.
Having this opportunity to go to one place and understand what my consumer's watching on the television, browsing across the internet, or buying in a store is really, really valuable.
To be able to answer really challenging marketing questions at the pre-campaign stage and then be able to turn that into activation in a matter of minutes is like the holy grail for what we were trying to set out to do with programmatic, and it's here through Sigma.
If you think about a trader who previously had to access 12 different buying platforms to find out what's going on in their campaign, they can now just access Sigma and they can see what's going on through Trading Agent.
There is the Trading Agent, which is very ChatGPT-like.
Trading Agent runs on Claude, Gemini, and ChatGPT, which really quickly enables a trader with simple prompts to understand what's going on with their campaign, but also to make decisions across any platform in the whole ecosystem.
It takes stuff that can be done automatically off their plate so they can be doing the deep thinking and the strategic work that I think will benefit the clients in the long run.
We're now able to take those insights and powerful data trends and in 1 or 2 clicks send them straight to a DSP. It's less time clicking, more time thinking, which should lead to better results for our clients.
They get access to our intelligence suite, to our audiences, and to reporting as well.
MiQ Sigma is helping them really just get that nugget of insight that's going to make their next meeting easier, make their next conversation with their boss much more enhanced.
It really helps the client do their job better and become more strategic. But most importantly, it puts the power of MiQ in their hands.
Clients should care about our optimization ability because we deliver better results.
Whatever your result is, MiQ Sigma is here to deliver that.
The underlying aim of an advertiser is to drive an outcome at the best possible cost. And that is really what Sigma delivers for clients.
Sigma gives you an edge. Our technology will make your performance better. That's what Sigma does.
So Sigma is MiQ's answer to solving fragmentation across the programmatic and planning ecosystem. In healthcare, we have so many data sets. We have so many different planning tools. We have so many different measurement tools. Sigma solves for a lot of that by bringing together strategic planning, activation, and measurement all in one place so that we can find and deliver nuance and deliver measurement that actually achieves business goals and outcomes in a faster amount of time. We bring together a lot of people in this room, actually. A lot of the businesses that are here supporting this event are available in our platform and our partners that we've worked with for over the last 15 years. Programmatic was meant to make things faster, more solution-oriented, simpler, but truly we just have a lot of stuff, right? We just have always had a lot of the things. MiQ Sigma can really solve for that. We bring together over 700 trillion signals from over 300 different data segments to visualize intelligence. We've made huge investments in not only buying data, but visualizing data through technology to be a tech-forward programmatic ad platform. So what does that mean for you guys? Well, let's take a look at it. I think. I'm gonna click again. Here we go. So this is actually a demo mode of Sigma, and some of you may have already seen this previously or just this past few days. But MiQ is basically, MiQ Sigma is a visualization of all of the different signals and different sources of intelligence that we've brought together all in one place. And for healthcare, what we've built are 2 really cool tools. One is called Healthcare Intelligence, and that helps us to visualize the doctor-patient relationship across the market opportunity for specific indications and specific drugs. So you can see here, I'm typing in plaque psoriasis, and I'm coming at it from a D2C perspective, and I'm looking at Otezla, and then I can put in a couple of competitors. And what this is going to do is pulling through Purple Lab claim data and script data, we're actually going to visualize what our market opportunity is. And we're going to do that through the lens of the indication, but also through the competitive landscape. So looking at first, we're going to see the market overview. We can see how many scripts have been written, how many claims have been filed over the last year, and then we can look at trends based on percentage of new patients or just patients overall, and that goes back 3 years. And then where we start to really geek out and things get super cool is we get to look at the United States as an actual heat map of where our opportunities are. Where do we have oversubscription? Where are we, crushing it? Where do we have a lot of doctors prescribing? Where do we have the most patient counts? Where do our competitors align? Where do we stack up? And we can start to really build sort of this visual market opportunity for ourselves. And coming down below that, this is where we get to a recommendation point where we can actually kind of say, okay, what are we looking at? Instead of you guys having to spend all the time doing all the thinking on that, the software does it for us. And we can look at that from a competitive lens and maybe build out a conquesting opportunity, or we can start to just think about, okay, from a market share perspective across different zip codes and states in the United States, where do we need to focus? And then this is going to go up and look at it from an HCP angle. And this is what I love, because when you can understand the relationship from an HCP, from a doctor to their patient, based on the availability of people who are actually looking for care and doctors who are prescribing it, we can actually take a look at where our best opportunities are to spend the next media dollar. So this is going to show you back through, looking through Otezla, Skyrizi, Tremfya, and then go back through that whole process from the lens of prescription-based data. So where are doctors prescribing? Do we have under prescription somewhere? Should I send my sales reps out to specific doctors' offices versus, where they, being that they're always in office with other doctors? Where should I send the most expensive parts of my ecosystem? Where should I spend their time? Where should we spend money from a media standpoint? And we can look at, again, over time and by new patients, new scripts, and then we can look even further back on that heat map and then down below again for that recommendation. All of this is intentionally meant to create a better strategic advantage for our clients, to actually use the massive amount of data that we've purchased to actually understand what the ecosystem truly looks like and spend the next best dollar to help patients and drive better outcomes. And then the next part of this, which is really cool, and kind of one of the things that we did with Sigma was we took everything that we were already doing and put it all in one place to solve for our own fragmentation. So we're going to go in a second into intelligence. And that intelligence tab encompasses a couple of things. The sentiment is that we've got these healthcare tools that really help us understand the healthcare ecosystem, but who are people, who are humans on a daily basis? What are they browsing? What are they watching? What are they buying? How do we round out that experience when we know so much about the sufferer journey and we know so much about the script and indexing of different prescriptions across the US? How do we start to make sure that we're rounding out that experience through meeting them where they are from a television perspective, from a search perspective, from a commerce perspective? And that's what the intention of Sigma has been, is to bring those two worlds together. And I am talking faster than this is moving. We'll get there. What it's showing you right now, actually, is this is the cool HCP factor that was basically breaking down prescriptions based on NPI lists, so claims per NPI, which is pretty cool. So we're over in TV intelligence now. We're putting Otezla back into this tool. And what we're going to look at is over the last 30 days, the linear OTT YouTube footprint for this specific brand. And then we're going to look at it from a competitor lens, too. So you can actually see how you stack up, how your brand stacks up, not only from a competitor lens, but if you've got multiple brands in market or you have a new brand coming to market, you can use it as a comparison to your own drugs in your portfolio, your own portfolio. So this will show us frequency distribution, which is always massive in healthcare. There is always a crazy overfrequency to the top 20% of the quartiles. So we can see where that overfrequency is happening, not only for our brand, but for our competition. and we can look at the shows, the devices that are being utilized in each one of these different media campaigns. We can see the ads that are running. We can see YouTube and YouTube Shorts, which is an underutilized medium for pharma. So this is helping to give us an understanding of television, right? And the viewership of that television across the United States over the last 30 days, which is where most of the investment in pharma dollars usually goes. So it is a very cool tool that gives us access to a very rich amount of data. We're pulling this data from over 70 million devices across 70 million households across 50 million devices. I think I said that right. It might be. And that is coming from Pathmatics, Samba, Experian, through relationships to not only have the data, but to actually analyze the data in this platform. So we can compare with our competitors, and we can look at opportunities. Okay, I don't want to spend more money, but how do I maybe carve out a little bit of an opportunity that's looking at this data and finding something niche for me to do with my dollars? How do I capitalize on some of the things that I'm seeing that I'm not doing? Should I be doing them? And then I can look again at the heat map of the United States to see from a linear TV reporting perspective, from an OTT perspective, where my next opportunity lies. And because this is an activation platform, we can actually take these strategies, add them to cart, we like to call it the cart, add them to cart, and then you can activate them right through the trading agent. So it's taking what used to take a very long time to go from planning to activation and moving it very quickly so that we can start to capitalize on things that are culturally relevant, that the data is telling us are relevant in the moment, and ultimately moving that into reporting as well so that we can understand if it worked quickly. So this is, again, just showing the brand overview. And we're going to go back up to the top, and we're going to look at context. So context is really about what are people searching. Search is so big in terms of how do people find information, right? So in here, we can search for a brand, and I can see a whole bunch of information. I can see their OTT overlay. I can see linear overlays. I can see search. I can see demographics. I can see a plethora of information that gives me an idea about where the people that are looking for my brand are. What are they searching for? What's the top inventory? Where should I be that I'm not? And what devices and geographies are they in? So this entire part of our platform is all about intelligence and visualizing it. And you saw in the video earlier that then the trading agent comes in to move it into activation, which is really cool. Now getting into audiences, this is where I can search anything. I can put in women 55 plus who have dry skin, and what this is going to show me are all of the data segments available across all of the DSPs that we work with, and how much reach and at what cost those segments are available to me. And what I can start to do is pick them, and then I can move them to my cart, and I can ultimately see how much reach I can get against those audiences, what it's going to cost me, and what the determined outcome will be. So is it going to work for my KPI? And so that's what we're building here, and we can just kind of move through all these things. It'll show you what DSP it's available in, what data provider it's available in, how much scale is available, and what it costs. And then ultimately, what we would do on our side of the fence is move that right into activation, and there's your campaign. This is a platform that is available to our clients to see. You're not going to set anything live in it, but you can absolutely see everything. And this is us showing you instead of telling you exactly what MiQ can do for your business. We're not, trying to say that we can be the best at putting your campaigns together. We're trying to say that we're showing you exactly how we do that. And we've obviously made an immense, I'm having a hard time with this word, investment into putting our money where our mouth is. And that is MiQ Sigma. So this is the cart that's not showing a lot of reach right now, but that's MiQ Sigma. And we're really proud of it. We launched it earlier this year, and it is a platform that's really going to help us connect all of the layers of programmatic more efficiently, smarter, and create a more connected universe for us and our clients that gets us to your outcomes faster and more efficiently. Thank you.